After my last trek, I experienced a feeling that I've got a lot of dopamine in my body because I had to reduce my normal dosage so I don't feel overdosed. There is a chance that it could be a placebo effect. This time, before my trek, I did a lot of tests through the Parkinson Center for Integrated Therapy.
We're conducting a case study to look at the impact of Krish's trek to Everest on his Parkinson's symptoms as well as his overall well-being and general functioning. So the case study involved a broad battery of assessments tapping into different aspects of function, and we were going to look at the assessment battery before the trek had occurred, so a baseline, immediately before the trek, during the trek itself, and then a follow-up after the trek had occurred, and monitoring the scores on that assessment battery to see what changes had occurred. So we worked with researchers from the School of Sports and Exercise Science at the University of Kent, and also researchers from the School of Psychology at the University of Kent, as well as a consultant neuropsychiatrist to put that battery of assessments together. From the School of Sports and Exercise Science, what they were really interested in is physiological function and physical aspects of Parkinson's disease. So their assessment battery involved looking at objective markers of physiological function in capturing balance, gait, movement. So we used some different standardised tests to tap into that, things like the timed up and go, walking ability, and we also used some electrophysiological markers, so things like monitoring gait using different motion sensors, and also capturing things like blood-based markers of Parkinson's disease, looking at the oxygen concentration within that blood, and monitoring ability and activity during the trek using wearable devices that will track sleep quality and movement and walking and the steps. So the Sports of Exercise Science School, they were really looking at those physical aspects. From the School of Psychology, we focus on mental health, cognition, and then broader quality of life and well-being. So we use some objective tests to do that. So things like the Addenbrooke's cognitive examination, and that's a broad cognitive scale, so taps into things like memory, attention, concentration, language, using a standardised test that we can compare the scores to a normative group of people and compare your performance on that scale. And we also use some questionnaires, and they're really aiming to tap into your subjective perception, so how you feel your abilities are. And they look at mood, cognition, sleep quality, non-motor aspects of Parkinson's, such as bladder and bowel function, for example, or smell and taste. So we look at those aspects and your perceptions of well-being and how able you are to carry out day-to-day activities. And then our consultant neuropsychiatrist, Dr. Badani, he really carries out history taking and a real deep dive into your sort of personal aspects of the Parkinson's disease and how that's affecting you, and characterising that around your medical history and presentation. So bringing that all together in one assessment battery, really able to capture a broad overview of the person, their Parkinson's, and how that affects them. And we'll compare those scores across the different time points to really be able to understand how the trek has impacted that. And that's really integral to what we bring to the Parkinson Centre of Integrated Therapy. We're looking to drive our practice and drive our therapies based on research evidence, based on new insights, and embed that in so we make sure we're providing the most innovative and evidence-driven care possible.